It feels
You
like AI is controlling the simulation.
That's what it feels. It doesn't even feel like people because I can just tell. Because you can tell like certain comments are genuine and certain engagements. Now they're just pushing stuff because it's not normal. You know.
Like nowadays, how the world is now, like in present time, it feels like AI generated simulated reality. Like there's an AI generating all this shit because everything just seems so artificial, like, and everything is just so fake now. Like
Mm.
it's so much AI stuff. There's so much stuff that you can't perceive as real. Like there's AI music being dropped. There's AI videos. So at this point, it's like you can't really perceive anything as real now. Like everything is like artificial, and it's hard to tell what's even genuine and what's real.
Like I remember YouTube used to not flag videos, but I think it's because the AI are just doing it by default. It's not even people doing it because there's people who work for the YouTube headquarters, but I don't even think it's really them. I think it's that AI. It's just having too much like effects. You know, by over analyzing it, and sometimes like a robot it malfunctions. So
It feels like the higher ups or whatever, feels like they're not even here anymore. And I've been saying this like years ago, but that's just how it felt. Even since like 2020. Like I said, it feels empty. Like everybody left,
mm-hmm.
and now it's just like AI controlling everything.
Mm-hmm. And that person who got indicted for doing all this creepy stuff, why is he still alive? And
That's what I'm saying. Like,
why is he not in jail?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how people are quick to sweep stuff under the rug nowadays because there's so much distractions to the point where people can just easily forget.
Mm-hmm.
Like I seen a certain rapper get exposed, and he was even on camera with like an underage girl, like on stage. But it's like nobody's even talking about it. Like,
I think like
and he even slightly admitted it. But it's like the way the world is now. It's like it's so desensitized and there's so much distractions that it's like nothing is perceived as like either real or that, or like nothing is perceived as like it matters. Because it's like everything is just going by so fast and there's so many distractions.
it's like they're doing that on purpose. I feel like the elites they couldn't stay here because like the energy was just heightening and it's gonna be obvious. So I guess they like push all these distractions to keep people in that loop de loop. So I guess they're feeding off that energy. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're
And
living.
it's like I'm starting to see stuff now that's blatant.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's blatant telltale giveaway signs that like this is just controlling you. Like this is like a agenda. Like back then they even used to disguise it over like they used to have the agenda, but it's like now like it's so blatant to the point where it's like you're thinking to yourself, how are people even like falling for this? It's like people are just upfront about it now. Like you hear the lyrics in these songs and it's like we understand like somebody could get on a song and like talk like this, but it's like now it's like they're blatantly doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're blatantly just saying nasty shit and like just like saying like I can't explain it, but I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's like now they're blatantly just doing it. Like whatever agenda that they're doing, they don't care no more to have. Like I said, they're just not having
Mm-hmm. Even with the albums, it was showing like their, what, I'm all that, and they would say it, my pink thing and blah blah blah.
it, and it's like normalized.
Especially with like that rapper, Sexy Red, like whatever, like
Yeah,
she's definitely a palm, bro.
I ain't
You,
even want to bring her name up, but that's one of the main ones I was talking about. Like she'll just say stuff in her songs, and it's like I said, we get like people can rap about what they do, but
mm-hmm.
it's like now it's like blatant. Like
Her,
she'll she'll make a song and she'll just say the most like nastiest thing. It's like yeah, I get that you can just rap, but it's like I can tell that you're just like blatantly. an agenda. Like, you're gonna say the most nastiest thing, and then you'll see these girls like repeating it.
They try to make her perform at a school. That's crazy. That's how you know this is a Matrix, bro. You know, like her name throws me off. Like that name is like a porn type of name. Like it just throws me off. Like her name. So I don't like to say it.
Even just the words and the lyrics throw me off. It's just like I can tell you're just an agenda. Like, then these girls we really want to be like her. Like they really like they be making videos about it. Like
yeah, like I'm saying
how much that they want to be like this female rapper, like Sexy Red and all that.
Do you see those video on TikTok of those women admitting like experiences with like guys and dad and all that? Like you seen those videos come out? Like they're literally bold telling us what they done. Like it's just crazy. I mean, yeah, I respect the honesty, but at the same time, it's disgusting. You know, I just don't.
I'm saying it's like
it's graphic.
There's no shame about it. There's no guilt about it.
It's like they're graphic with it too. I don't want to hear that stuff. I might like.
It's like there's no humanity left in people. Like. Even that one song that Ice Spice, like the lyrics were just so generic. Like I said, it's blatant at this point. Like,
yeah, she popped up way too fast, bro. She came out of literally thin air and just took off.
It's like you really think these people ain't agendas? Like, how would this person just get that famous? Like. You're not just. You have to have some sort of connection. Like you're not just going to be in the industry like just from your phone. Like, oh, let me make a video, and I could just make a video from home as a normal person and get all of these industry. Like no, you got to have invites to these places. You got to be on a list. You got to know this certain person, this manager, like to get you promoted to the algorithms, to get you like all of that. All of that is connections. But these people want to be like, oh, we made the right person famous. Like, that shit makes me cringe when I see people say that. They be like, we made the right person. Nigga, you didn't make nobody famous, nigga.
Yeah, she took off out of nowhere, bro. All these rappers coming out. Like, this is back then it was not like that. It was like a longevity thing. But all these kids, like, they like, man, they just coming out so fast. Like, I guess because
it's just like, how did you blow up that quick, though? Like, it has to be something behind it. Like,
and those two YouTubers, like Kai Cenat and those guys, like, how they took off so fast? They're one of the top YouTubers, bro. This is not normal. Because back in the day, it was hard being a YouTuber. Like, it was very difficult. You had to be very rich. Like, these people are normal people. I guess it's because the algorithm, because that's not normal, bro. Connections, I don't know about connections because that's still not enough. And so it's like it may be a contributing factor, but it's like this is not normal. I guess because they changed the algorithm, like because it's not making any sense to me how two black people became one of the top streamers and one of the top musicians, and they're young. Like that's not normal, especially as a black person. They're not supposed to make it so like easy, you know.
It's just like, you know, something is just
You even see these people before they blew up. Like, they didn't have nothing like that. They probably had like 5,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? 100 views a video, and they just took off. Like, that's not normal. You know?
But it's all just blatant for me. Like, everything is so blatant now, but it's like people are still controlled by it. Like, these people are blatantly making songs a certain way to like make the most dumbest song. When I seen that Ice Spice song, like, you think you did whatever, I was like, this got to be like a troll. Like at this point, it's like trolling because I'm like, who would even take a song like this serious? But I start to see it. Like I start to see girls like play it, and they just like it's just crazy. Like this stuff is like a troll. Even with Sexy Red and stuff, it's like these people just like at this point it just seems like they're blatant trolls. But people like take them serious and like they just fall behind them, like they worship them.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is just wild. And you niggas is worshiping trolls. And they really make that the standard for them. Like you're really looking up to this woman that might be a dude that says the most nastiest, foul stuff. And they just turn up to it.
Mm-hmm. You saw, Megan Thee Stallion, the challenge she done?
Yeah.
The twerking challenge, I'm like, it got 40 million views on her reel. I'm like, bro, I don't want to sound messed up, but she does not, like, that's messed up what she done to Tory. Like, Tory, he deserves to be free. Like, I don't even know if he done that. Like, this is crazy. Like, okay, like, this is crazy, bro. Like, so she got, like, hurt or whatever. Like, I don't even know if that all went on because what was she so important for her to be protected? Like, look what she's promoting. But then Tory's like, he has to be in prison while everybody's mocking him. Like, it's kind of sad, bro. You see how everybody throws you under the bus, like, for like an accusation. Like, this is sad, man. Like,
It's like I can't even take this reality serious.
mm-hmm.
It's just hard for me to take this reality serious. Not in this like, not from the like point of view of just my life. Like I take my life serious, but I'm talking about just like how this world is. Like, cause I'm not one of those people like, oh, I don't take my life serious. Like, I'm just talking about like when I see all this stuff for what it is. Like, it's hard for me to like believe it. Cause it's like these people are blatantly trolls.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, so everything is just blatant. Like it's blatant agendas in your face. I just don't know how people don't see it at this point. Cause it's like it's right in your face now. Like now they're blatantly doing this stuff. They'll even admit it in your face. Like, I be seeing people online just telling on themselves, like they'll admit it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on TikTok, like I seen a girl on there. She admitted the type of person she was. Like, oh, I'm this type of person. I'm spoiled. I'm stuck up. But it's like she blatantly tells you it, but like, it's like nothing is hitting nowadays.
I think they overfry people's dopamines, bro. Like, they're overstimulated, bro. That's the point. They gotta take a break from this stuff, bro, because it really fry your brain. You can't even process things normally anymore. That's why with me, my memory is so good because when I was young, I wasn't overstimulated like that. I didn't have no device, so my brain was like open, so it was able for me to retain information quickly than others. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind is like a vacuum, like a computer. It processes things. A lot of people, they smoke, they do all this shit. They're not even giving their brains a chance. So it's like they're on overload. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have good memory. It's not really to do with intelligence. It's really just memory, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have devices and all that at a young age. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like even back then, it wasn't this like crazy. Like back then, you would see certain stuff. Of course, social media had like weirdos and all that. It had stuff that you didn't want to see. But now it's like overload.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not even balance to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's not even a slight balance to none of this anymore. Like it's just like people are just cooked. Like it's just cooked now. And now it's to the point where you gotta just like basically get yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're waiting on like humanity and all of that, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Like now you really just gotta like transcend all of this alone. Like just escape on your own.
What if they do the New World Order stuff and they kick our doors and they do all this stuff, which I'm thinking they will do someday, so they could really like have the, you know, try to control us, because they're gonna try our way to control us and keep this matrix going. When it's like,
I really think they have it mentally controlled. Like
mm-hmm.
I think they would only go to that extent if people were really aware. But like I don't think they're gonna go to that extent because they already got people mentally down to this shit.
So we're pretty much like we're probably gonna go extinct as a human species. You know, I don't know if that's what they want the population to control, but they want like a certain segment of people. They probably will keep some people alive and then the rest, like a lot of people, gone. You know what I'm saying? Mama. You know.
It's just like every day I wake up, I just feel like something's not right. Like you just feel like there's like something is off.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just doesn't feel real.
Mm-hmm. Like I remember,
the time doesn't seem real. Like sometimes I don't even be knowing if I'm woke or asleep. Like I'll be meditating or something, and I'll be like, I wouldn't even know if I just fell asleep. Like it just be weird.
Mm-hmm. Like I remember I used to like watch your videos, and you was about like improving and this. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like you talk about this stuff because it's stuff you can't even ignore. You like you have to like talk about this because it's like it's just
overload at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what point I get to. Like I said, it's to that point where it's in your face now. And it's like I'm still on that, but I just don't speak on it because it's like I said, I know most people ain't moving like that, so it's no point in like coming out here talking about that type of stuff. I just do what I do. I do it behind the scenes.
Yeah, I just make videos on meditation or whatever, but I don't like talk about all that stuff because I usually get like a negative response when I make a videos like that. You would think people respond positive to things like that because it's something that benefits you, your mind, your body, and your soul, but you know, you get a negative response and you get criticized for it. You know, that's why I don't really like post it like that. I just talk about this world or whatever. You know, they can call it whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk about like people, they're just gonna feel offended that you're doing all this stuff because somehow it will benefit you. It won't benefit them. So now they're gonna feel like justified to hate on you.
Yeah, and they can come off as if like you're trying to be in your ego or something, or like you're trying to come off as if you're better than somebody. Like, oh, I'm meditating, I'm doing this. I'll just rather do it in my own personal life.
There's no point. They're gonna just hate. You know, in the negative response, like the demons is gonna come and they're just gonna just attack. You never know when they will flag your videos. Like this is how low dimensional people are. Like, you know.
And then, like, as far as AI and all of that, whenever you see how far AI can go, you really gotta start to question, like, just everyday life humans. Because if AI can go that far to, like, make songs, to do manual work, it's like how advanced this technology is and all that. Like, I'm sure it can be a whole human as a, like, I'm sure there can be somebody perceived as a human that's not a human. Not even trying to be a conspiracy or a rabbit hole. This is just blatant in my face. Like, this ain't me trying to go down a rabbit hole or nothing. This is just blatant. Because you're seeing all this AI stuff in your face now. It ain't like a rabbit hole.
You know, like I'm starting to think that the people like are walking around.
And then, like, nowadays, I don't know if you can sense it, but when I look at people, even online, like on TikTok or just in life, people are giving out NPC vibes, and not even just the people who are making NPC like videos, like putting on an act as an NPC. It's just like that's just the type of vibe that I get from people. Like they're like an NPC. Like that's how they come across as like if they're an NPC or something. Like they don't seem like a real human.
I be thinking like the people around me are not even humans. Like just the way they be just acting, bro. Like I don't feel no like vibe from them, like a real emotions, like you know.
That's just how it feels for me. Like I wouldn't even put it past that. That doesn't even seem far fetched to me. Like that some people ain't real humans. Because now it's to the point where you don't even like I said, as far as the music, somebody can drop a song and you won't even like it will sound just like the artist. So now it's to the point where you really don't know what is AI and what is human. And that's basically what they're like starting to roll out to the general public. Like they're basically rolling out to the general public that you're not going to be able to distinguish AI from humans. Like that's what they're basically telling you. Like that's how far it's starting to go. And I think music is just one aspect of it. Like Mama? It's just like everything that I see is it just feels like that. Even just the structure of people, like This doesn't seem real. Like nothing seems real anymore.
It just
It
I
feels
don't
like
get
they
that
converted
vibe.
this reality into like AI or something. Like they're slowly converting it basically.
Like a robotic type, and it just went in circuits of people's brains, and it's like controlling them if they're like attached to this. Yeah, I be having to try to catch myself so I don't slip in because these distractions will try to get you. You know, a lot of it's like soulless.
I wonder if it was soulless out here. Like the conscious level is so low.
I don't know how this world went from like spiritual to being like very like, you know, like carnal, just very low level, like subpar. It's like
It
subpar
went
level.
like to the it went to like the opposite side of the spectrum. Like it went from like spiritual consciousness and then it just went to the total opposite. Like after 2020, like it went from being heightened, everybody's conscious, everybody's spiritual. Now it's the opposite. Like everybody's negative. Everybody's at the very low level.
So I'm like skeptical.
It went from spirituality to AI basically.
It basically went from like angels to like robots or drones. You know.
Whatever they did since 2020, they did a number on people.
I think they did something because this is not normal, bro. I mean,
Just try to think back to them times, like, and you can't tell me that you don't feel a difference. Like, it felt like there was more people on the planet. Not even saying visibly. This doesn't. When I say this, it don't mean visibly. Like, I can visibly see that there's not people. I'm not even talking about in that sense. I'm just talking about energetically.
Your space.
It feels empty. Even if you see a lot of people, it like the energy just feels empty.
They're compacted.
It's like empty vessels.
Hey, when they say sell your soul, it's like people sold their souls literally. Like you don't feel nothing out of them. You know, it's like everybody like their bodies got hijacked. You know.
So everything is like European. So everything's based off a European type of like standards. You see some women and all of that, and it's like you said, like not only do they dress the same and look, it's like they look the same. They present themselves the same. Like it's like European type. I don't know what's the word for it. It's like a European type of beauty standard.
Like an aristocrat or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a
And it's like the story, your like perception on reality. Like I said, how people look more like AI. Like you look at these people and like they don't look real. Even with like plastic surgery and all of that. When you see that it goes to that extent, you realize how far like these like standards go. Like just from this country, like this European type of country, like standards, like European type of beauty standards. Like, oh, I gotta look perfect. I gotta look this way. And you just see it, like they all look the same now. Like they're all trying to hold up that same standard.
Or they gotta
like I said, it doesn't seem like real humans anymore. Like What happened to like what a real human look like? Like you seen like the little flaws, or you seen like they have some type of humanity within them. But it's like now they just seem AI, and like it's like they present themselves as perfect, but it's like too perfect at a certain extent.
Like
To where it's
flawless.
like you're like a doll or something.
They look like flawless. You know, it's like they painted themselves, bro. Like they look